हेलो एवरीवन, दिस इज़ महेश। आज हमारे पास एक मस्त यूज़ केस आया है जहाँ पर हमें एक सीएसवी फाइल है उसको बिग क्वेरी में लोड करना है बाय परफॉर्मिंग फ्यू ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस। तो चलो बिना देरी करे हम पहले देखते हैं कि हमें क्या इनपुट डेटा मिला है। सो दिस इज़ आवर सीएसवी फाइल जहाँ पर हमें डेटा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन परफॉर्म करने हैं। सो द फर्स्ट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दैट वी हैव टू परफॉर्म इज़ वी हैव टू रिमूव द ID or name from this data. So we have to just keep only this data value into this particular column. And then the second transformation that we have to do is, so we have to replace the all these dots from the column names and replace these dots with underscore. And also we have to remove all these keys like from this data, and we have to only keep the value for that particular data. And the third and most like third and the like and the third and complex transformation that we have to perform is to like we are getting the address column into this type. So where we are getting that address column into the list, so where we are having billing address and the service address as a two different addresses for each row. So what we have to do, we have to perform some transformation on top of this data and give the meaningful like we have to create a meaningful column for this address that we will store into the BigQuery, and the end user can like easily able to access the contact details from this particular column. So let's get start with the code. I have already created code for this all the transformation, because this is something heavy transformation that I have performed, I believe, and it takes time. So instead of like showing her at the same time, so I have already prepared the code and I'll explain the code. तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने pandas को import किया है. So we are going to use pandas data frame API to like perform the transformation operations on top of this data. So the very first we will load the CSV file into our data frame and print the top rows of that CSV file. So our CSV file contain only single row. So here you can see for the very first transformation that we are going to apply is on a name column. So I have divided this problem statement into the multiple parts, into three different parts, so we can easily understand the problem statement and we can easily modularize the code into different segment. So here the first problem that we have to solve is remove the ID or name is equal to from the data and only keep only this particular data into the data column. So for that, firstly we will do this first transformation. So okay, so before that what we have did is we have removed all these dots from the column names, so to give the per proper naming convention to the columns. So what we have to do is we have to just use the regex on top of the column. So here we have did df column name of str and did replace of that particular column name with a dot with this underscore. So and let me just run this code and you will see the output. So here you can see for the business approval date. So earlier we are having the business process dot approval date is the column name, and then we have changed this to this particular data. Okay, so then let's move it to the next part. So this is the next part where we are going to clean the name or ID columns. So where we are going to remove the ID is equal to or name is equal to and keep only the value of that particular data. So this is the code for that particular part where we have selected a column name from data. From data and perform the replace operation on top of the data using a regular expression. So regex. So here is let me execute this cell. So you will see the data. Oh, so यहाँ पे so you can see the data here. So name or ID this for this column. So earlier we are having this as a value, and now we are getting this value. So this particular code will remove the name is equal to or ID is equal to from the data and keep only the data. So this data is created from the from the different source where we have where the client has extracted that data, and it data get missed somewhere. So because of that reason this data is not in a proper format so that we can load into the BigQuery and the end user will access that data and generate the reporting things. So for that reason we are just doing transformation on top of this data. So okay, let's move to the next problem statement. So here I have created a function for that. So we are defining the function to extract the value inside the parenthesis after the comma. So okay, so the data let me just show you data here. So here you can see for the business process category key. So for this column, we are getting key of column category, config category, and its value. We are getting here this all data. So what we have to do here? So we have to remove this all the unnecessary data from this data from this CSV file, and we have to keep only this value. So because we are having this category key already here, so this is the category key value that we have to keep. Okay. So analyze the CSV file here and capture the columns which require this particular transformation, where we have to category key we have to remove, then another there's another column. So for that also we have to do similar transformation. So type key for this as well we have to do similar operation. So what I did, I'm I have created hard coded columns in the I provided hard columns in the for loop. So business process category key and business process type key. So these columns we have provided hard coded, and we are applying this transformation function on top of this. So here you can see, so it will loop one by one these columns, and in the column, so it will check if df column is equal, like column, it will check the column names from the df column, and if it is column name is matching, so there are multiple columns, so we have to, so data frame should knows which column we have to like we have to do the transformation on which column. So for that I have did this if condition here, and it will check, it will assign the value whichever the transformation value we have received from this extract key value function. So to this value we are passing the column, this particular complete value, complete data frame will be passed to this extract key value function, and it will perform the whatever the transformation we want to perform, it will perform here, and then return the that string. So here you can see is instance, this is the function is instance, this function will, this will check the value the string, then the check will match will perform the research search of this whatever the complete regex we have performed. So what this regex will do, so this regex will check the parenthesis first. So it will check for the parenthesis value, and inside the parenthesis it will go to the second, like it will check for the comma, and get the second index from this comma. So this is what it will return from the, I mean from the data, and this return function will match dot group of one strip, and if match else s will return the value, like I mean the second value after the matching the condition. And if it don't have a this kind of value, it has a simple this is this kind of value, then what it will do, it will directly return this I mean this commercial value as a yes. So here instead of going into the if log, it will directly return our yes. Okay, so this is where we are extracting only this particular value for these two columns. So let me execute this cell in front of. Okay, so let's see the data, what data has come. Yeah, so here you can see for process category key we are getting this data now, and earlier we are having this data. So this is something meaningful, we can call it the meaningful data we are retrieved from this. Okay, now let's jump to the another next and the complex transformation that I have performed in the data. So let's, here you can see we are having multiple contact dot address line columns. So address line 1, address line 2, city, country, landmark, and like many multiple things are there. Okay, so you can see this all columns are there, and each column contains, so only for this particular address column, each column contain list data type, and inside that list we are getting two different values. So for address for billing address and address for service, so these two address we are receiving, and for each type address, billing address or service address, we are getting the cities, countries, landmark, and other details. So what I did, I have captured all the, like I have extracted these all column names into this, stored into this list, where we want to, like I mean we want to create a proper JSON or string form proper format of. So all these columns are there. So in this all columns we are getting two addresses, billing address and service address. So these two address we are getting. So what we have to do is we have to combine these all columns into the single contact detail columns in this column contact columns by concatenating all these columns, but in the format where we have to separate the billing address column, and we have to separate the service billing address, service address and billing address. So both two different dictionaries we have to create, and inside that two we are creating the all the addresses. So this is complete logic where we have created a nested JSON structure in one column. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, यहाँ पे कॉन्टैक्ट कॉलम्स का कॉलम एक हम लोग एक कॉलम क्रिएट करने वाले हैं जिसमें all these are column will be included into that particular single columns into the nested format. So here you can see we are creating a data frame column as a contact info, and into that column we are like adding all these columns as a nested column into the particular single column. So instead of multiple, these all are multiple columns we are having, right? So address column, address line 1, address line 2, and these all are, oh, I replace the value. So these all are multiple columns we are having. So instead of these all multiple columns, we are creating a single column in the nested format. So here you can see we are performing the lambda operation on top of this address line 1 contact address, and we are extracting these all values into this particular address line columns at contact info column. So here what structure looks like. So I have executed this code. After that, this all old columns will be get removed, and this single contact info new column will be created into our CSV file. So this is what I printed here. So but it don't show here complete string. I'll show you once the output is complete output is generated, and explain what we have did here as well. So here what we are doing, we are checking the first thing that our column type is contact info column type is a dictionary type or not. If it is dictionary type, then only we are applying this transformation here, or else we are applying this fallback in case of it is read as a string. So in case it read as a string, so after the CSV reload. So this is what. So I mean the data type of this column is dictionary, then we are applying this transformation. And if data type of this dictionary is a string, instead of dictionary it is a string, then we are applying this transformation. This is the meaning of this particular if else block. So here you can see, so we are applying this parse contact info column in both cases. So here, like in the first case we are directly dictionary, so we don't need to convert it into the dictionary, but here we are converting that column into the dictionary format using eval. Okay, so let's go to this function where we are doing actual thing. So this is the main function where we are getting raw dictionary as a data. So and in that from that data, so this is how the raw dictionary look like. So bracket open in that address line 1, like here we are perform given address line 1, address line 2. So likewise, and it's a value. So billing address 1, billing. So I cannot show full data here, I guess. So but yeah, I'll show you once the output is generated. So here what we did, we have created first billing and the second service as a two different dictionary, and we are looping through the actual dictionary so we are getting key and its a value. So raw dict is nothing, just it is this is the raw dict where address line, and it contains the value of that address line 1 into the list format where this is the value you can see. So billing address line 1, billing address line 2, this is the value this data frame is holding. Okay, so here raw dict will iterate extract all the keys and value from the data from that particular data frame, and iterate through each each key value. So here you can see we have added try catch block to like for handling a blank or null value. In case of exception, it will assign the empty value that to that particular dictionary billing or service key. So let's go into the try block. So this try block will convert string like a b into list. So this is the string we are getting, right? But like in the data frame currently we are getting this as a string. So what this if block will do, it will convert this string into the list, so it will become a Python list of 0. So this is what we have parsed, right? So here you can see we have parsed this list will parse give us the index 1 and 2, like for this 0 and for this 1. So here you can see parse of 0 the length of dictionary, so it will create a two different dictionary of billing and service, and it will return the billing and service dictionary by combining together. So billing for billing and billing, and this for service dictionary. So first we are creating two different dictionaries, and then at the end it will concat these two different dictionary into the single dictionary, and that will be written to this particular contact info column. So let me just run this code and do the print of this particular data frame. So here again we will not able to see the complete data, but this is what data is looking like. So I'll explain that data once the CSV file is generated. So I'll create the CSV file. Okay, so finally we have created the cleaned CSV file. This is our CSV file. Let me just open this CSV file into the CSV format. Okay, yeah, here it is. So just expand the column names. So here you can see, so we have removed all the dots from the column and replaced with the underscore. And in the key file, here you can see the key category key. So we have removed the value from key. So earlier we are getting data, like data was looking like this config of category, and now data is looking like this. So we are getting actual values here. And the second thing that we have removed is all the other unnecessary columns regarding to the address. So here you can see, so here okay, let me open the original file. So in this original file we are getting too many columns regarding contact address. So all these columns, multiple columns are there. So what we had did, we simply normalize this data. We can say simply normalize this data into this single column. Okay, so let me open the transformed CSV. So this is the contact info column that we have created newly, and into this contact column, so we are having two dictionaries, single dictionary. Inside the dictionary we are having billing as a main dictionary key, and service as a second dictionary. And that dictionary we are having key value pairs. So I'll just go on one of the online editor where format JSON only. So this will format the JSON. Okay, let me put this JSON here. Yeah, this is what it has given us by formatting. So this code has what earlier we are having the code where we are having multiple columns regarding address, and those are in the format of list. So in the BigQuery, if we load these columns into BigQuery, it will become a string format, and it is bit complex to perform the transformation, like get the actual data to the end user from this data. As a data engineer, what I did, I simply transform this particular column into this particular format. So where we are having main dictionary, and into this dictionary we are having billing as a first dictionary and the service as a second dictionary, and into this dictionary we are having billing address, so complete billing address for that particular column, and the second service address for that particular column. So once we load this data into the BigQuery, into the struct type data frame data, data type, so we will be easily able to access from that nested column by using the query. So from where, if we want to address the billing, so we can get the billing value from there, a billing of the address line 1, we can get that as well. Similarly, service of address line 1, so likewise we can get the value. So now this is the complete CSV file we have generated, that will be consumed by the end user for the reporting purpose. So reporting purpose. Yeah, so that's all for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching.